Hey everybody, this is Minion Soldier, and this is the Piracy Show. Now, 2.6 is officially out. I'm back from vacation, so the Herald, of course, is a very important ship for what I want to do in the future. And apart from my pirate character, my main, I've always planned to create a secondary character. And when I saw the Herald, when the original concept was delivered, I saw that as the avenue that I wanted to go. I wanted to create a character who was into hacking, information running, kind of doing the private investigator stuff, solving mysteries and whatnot. And I wanted to play through the missions in almost a cinematic way. And so once 2.6 was here, once the Herald was here, it was time to start experimenting. And so here's my first kind of halting attempt to kind of create one of those videos.
Thank you for getting in touch with me. My husband recently died aboard the Gundo Kovalex station, but the company is refusing to pay out his insurance claim because they say he was at fault. It's ridiculous. There is no way that's true. I know my husband. Darnell had his problems, but that is all in the past. I want you to go to the Kovalex station and send me evidence that my husband is innocent. But even if you find out that he isn't, you'll still get paid. I know your time is valuable, and really, I just want to know the truth. I've attached the insurance claim to get you started. Good luck. And I hope to hear from you soon, one way or another.
To prevent traffic, we ask that all arriving pilots use the designated landing area. Launch platforms are for departing ships only. A reminder that vehicles left unattended on launch platforms.
Selection confirmed. Your ship is currently being delivered to the launch platform.
Hey, Darnell. It's Racine over at Corporate Ops. Give me a shout back when you clock in. Just wanted to follow up a bit on the distro issue. Talk to you in a bit. Bye. Darnell, Racine again. Still need to sync up about the power distribution problem. Where are you, man? Getting tired of waiting, Darnell. Call me.
Hey babe, I just got the package you sent. Thanks a million for the Moby mod. It is incredible. Sorry for the noise. The crew surprised me with a shindig.
Damn right we did. Hey, Anya!
Holy shit, is that a bottle of Esquire?
Oh, damn right.
How do you afford this?
Let's talk.
Okay,
Hey, Darnell! Hey, Darnell! Get in on this. Oh, come on.
Jeez, Darnell, look, just one. Maybe a sip. There we go.
Bye, Anya. Let's go. Darnell, one more.
Hey, look, I'm gonna get back to it, but let me know how your dissertation's going. Anyway, I love you and I miss you. Thank you again for the present. Bye, babe.
Hey, Race, it's Darnell.
Where the hell have you been? Your shift started 3 hours ago.
I know. Sorry. I did a breakdown of the current power flow for the station, and it's looking like I'll need to run a stress test on the whole system to see where the runoff is.
Okay. Hey, just be careful.
Will do. I'll keep a close eye on it.
Sounds good. You sure you're okay? You sound terrible.
Yeah. It was Scott's birthday last night, so we were all up a little later than we should have been.
All right. Let me know when you're finished running the test.
Will do.
Wanted to let you know that I got the Ops guy's passcode last night. Took a whole damn bottle of Esquire to do it. Talk about being able to hold your liquor. I set the routine to bypass the monitoring protocols at 1400. The crates should go through, no problem. Just be ready at the drop, alright? By the way, had to change over the security stuff. Codes attached.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to let you know that I got the information you sent, and if what you found is true, I owe you a very big thank you, and Kovalex owes me and my husband an apology. Thank you again. I'm uploading your payment to your account now.
Your systems are online. Front impact warning. All ahead impact warning.
I just wanted to let you know that the information you found worked. Kovalex exonerated my husband, and the insurance company gave me the full claim. On top of all that, the advocacy was able to arrest the people that Melisowski had been working with. Turns out there was a reward for information leading to the smuggling ring's arrest, and I want you to have it. I cannot express how much I appreciate the hard work you did on my behalf. It made all the difference. Best of luck to you, and thanks for everything.
Now, of course, that was a really a rough cut. And what I kind of wanted to do with some of the missions in Star Citizen is tell their stories, you know, kind of cinematically with this character and kind of have like a show that kind of does that. But in the end, you know, this is, of course, being the Alpha universe, everything resets every time you log on to missions and whatnot. So could you replay them? Would that even be possible so you could kind of move around like I did and get a few different angles? Or, you know, recut things together to make sense, and, you know, especially in a live universe where other people can mess with you, would that even work? So conceptually, I'm not sure if that idea is going to work or not, but I just thought it would be an interesting thing to do. And you know, I always wanted to have a second character that wasn't quite a criminal, or at least in the eyes of the authorities in the game, so that I could kind of mess around and do other stuff. So I'm not really too sure how that's all going to work out, but I'm very hopeful for the future. But of course, speaking of the future, there's another ship that I'm very excited to get my hands on, and that is this ship here, the Caterpillar. Now, upon my return, the first thing I did, of course, is I went and I ran Pirate Swarm with my org, and you know, finally completed it, and went to see if I could now purchase the Outlaw version of the Caterpillar, and this, of course, being New Year's Day when I finally got this all done. And apparently I can't buy it right now. Now, I've spoken to a few people, and they said, well, they started the timer on the Caterpillar missions on the 16th by accident, so they've already expired. But I don't know. That was just someone saying that in chat, so I don't know if it's really true or not. So I'm hopefully not true, and there's going to be a little fix coming in, because apparently it's supposed to still go until the 4th or the 5th. I don't know. So hopefully I can still get my hands on an Outlaw Caterpillar, but in the meantime, this here is the ship. This is my Caterpillar now in a more or less functional client. And now I finally get to explore it, and it seems to be working a lot better than the version that I had in the PTU. And I have to say that, you know, when you wait so long for ships, you know, it always kind of, it does grate on you, you know. I'm sure everybody says this, you know. People who own the Redeemer, people who own the Reclaimer, people who own the Idris, any number of ships. You know, waiting is such a killer. But then you get to this point where you actually get the ship, you know, and you get to walk around inside of it, and you get to see all the work that's been done to kind of bring these things to life. And it is very, very impressive. It is hugely impressive. And there was some things that I found out about the Caterpillar in the making of this video that I did not know about the Caterpillar, that there were undocumented weapons on the Caterpillar. The Caterpillar actually has 4 extra guns on it that I guess they just forgot to tell us about. But we'll get to that in a second, because I literally found them in this video completely by accident. So this is me more or less kind of really trying to look at and explore the ship. And it was so impressive. There were just all the little odds and ends that made it look like a real ship, you know? Just so many things, the thought that went into it. And I'm kind of sitting down here saying, oh, what does this control? And I guess it's the shields. But I don't know. Maybe that's something that'll become functional later. And it's just, you know, walking here off the bridge. I was kind of hoping that there was going to be some kind of a switch in there to detach the command module, but I guess that's not part of it. And then I found this room. And I wasn't sure if I'd seen anybody walk through this room before. I guess the server room or whatnot. And I was wondering, you know, can you take maybe some of the hardware out of the Herald and put it in here so that maybe you can do some hacking with the Caterpillar? Possibly. I believe that's the power core right there. Either that or a very fancy air conditioner. But yeah, I mean, just even like that foil covering on the walls and all the wire braids, it's just hugely impressive, the amount of work that and the amount of detail that went into this. And I mean, this would be, you know, if this was just like an FPS level in any game, you might say, oh, well, you know, it's great, it looks cool, but, you know, I've seen detailed levels like this before. But then you realize that it's a functional ship, that you're going to be flying around in this. And I think that's where the real cool factor comes in, is it's not just a well-designed level that you can walk around in. You know, this is like a living, breathing ship. Now, I didn't go into the bottom turret because in the PTU that was heavily bugged, and so I just said, forget it. I don't want to try it because I know it's just going to be messed up. And I decided, no, I wanted to explore the bottom level before I went up to the top level. But here, of course, is the elevator. That switch didn't appear to be working for me. And so I was kind of moving around here and trying to figure out, okay, how do I get this thing up or down? Why isn't this working? And then I kind of, zeroed in on that console and then lowered it down. I'm playing in just a basic free flight game here, just so that I could get around and explore my ship without unwanted passengers hopping into the command console and just flying away with it. Something they'll hopefully fix in the nearish future. I think it's actually, 3.2 is when that is slated to happen? When we're supposed to have, the ability to lock people out of our ships. You kind of think that would kind of come sooner, but, unfortunately not. Here's another little kitchenette like there was in the lower half of the command module. It's almost kind of a shame that a lot of the little things, like a lot of the little functionalities aren't there yet, but I guess it's just too soon, but they'll have to kind of, you know, go back and redo this stuff, so that's not the greatest thing in the world. And here's another bug that I found, which is that these doors, and it always happened to be on sort of the left-hand side of the ship, they would bug out and only open halfway, and you'd have to, close them and then open them up again. And then they would open up fully. Not that big a deal, but still. You know, obviously something that they've got the other side working, so it's probably just a very minor thing to get that fully functional. But here's when I was kind of looking out at the command module, and I noticed these guns on the command module, and I went, wait, I thought the only guns we had were on the turrets. I think these are, only size 1s or size 2s, but we'll get to those in a second, because when I looked at them, I said, I guess they don't work yet. I guess they're not functional. Well, they are functional, and they're gimbaled. So here I am, I'm just kind of running through the ship, and I'm opening up all the cargo doors. And it's just so cool to see that, and just to see the way the light kind of comes in, and it's just awesome. What a great ship. And you know, the one thing I really like over over the Starfarer, and I mean, there you go, there's that bug again. Well, one of the things I like about this ship over the Starfarer was when I saw the Starfarer, it was hugely impressive. And, obviously the Starfarer is a ship that I like. It's a ship that I foresee being very useful in the persistent universe. But I wasn't really clued into it, I wasn't really all that excited about it, because when I saw the interior of it, it seemed to be designed more like an FPS level and less like a ship that made sense. I don't know. It's like there's a linear flow to the Caterpillar that the Starfarer doesn't have. It seems like the Starfarer is more of a maze to get around in than the Caterpillar is. The Caterpillar it's very linear, and it all to me, it makes sense, I think an additional ladder to go up to the upper level, though, would be useful in there, but I don't know, maybe that gets in the way of the landing bay. I still don't think you can get Nursa Rover in there quite yet. But here, I remembered that the top turret does work on this ship. Yeah, I kind of want to do like a Pirate Swarm or a Vanduul Swarm with this ship, but with people in the turrets, but actually starting in the ship or in the turrets. But I guess we're a little bit of a ways away from that, because once I realized about these guns on the front of the ship, I started to think, this ship could probably be pretty decent at something like that. Who knows? I mean, it could be terrible, right? Because when I kind of took it into the Vanduul Swarm a little bit, it was very difficult to kind of draw bead on the enemy fighters, because obviously this thing is a tank and it turns like one. So I really want to wait and see once a little bit more functionality has been brought into these systems. But that would definitely be something I'd want to try as soon as we were able to do that in a fully functional way. But yeah, see, the ship just has this flow to it that it all just makes so much sense. So what a great ship. What a wonderful design, man. And here you got auxiliary controls up here that you can control the doors with. I mean, fuck, good job, man. Good job, CIG. What, just the forethought to actually include those things. Just absolutely brilliant. I guess that's a hatchway that doesn't open yet, like a docking port or whatnot. Now this right here, I mean, for right now, I guess it's more of an observation deck, but here's where you control your big industrial tractor beam from. That's going to be awesome. I would love to just stand in here and just watch the ship go to war, but maybe in another video somewhere down the road once I have a crew. But yeah, I mean, to finally be behind the controls of this thing, and there I am firing the weapons, and it's like, holy shit, there are guns on the control pod. And they're gimbaled. It's just beautiful, man. Awesome. I mean, those guns there, and see how they compensate for the fact that the, that whole forward section is there, so they're not firing into it. And then you bring it back. It's just, here they go. Now they're firing in a tighter or closed pattern. Once they're not firing sort of through the nose section. It's awesome. Just so much like hard work and so much like progress in this ship and in the way it's thought out and the way it's designed. I just so happy with this ship. So happy. Even though there's so many little things that don't work on this ship yet that are part of game systems that we just haven't seen yet. I mean, look at that. Look at the detail level. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome. I mean, imagine seeing that with cargo inside and people walking up and down those gantries and, with friggin' dragonflies launching out of this thing. Yeah, you know what? I don't have the pirate skin yet. Whatever. I'm still so happy. I couldn't be happier about this ship. Absolutely fantastic ship. I couldn't get enough of those guns. It's like, I can't believe this thing had those guns. I'd never seen that before, and I was just so excited. And I wanted to go around and just start experimenting with different guns and get people on it, but then I realized, I got to kind of make a video out of all this stuff, and it's been a while since I've made a video now over the Christmas break, so I kind of want to, get this and the Herald done. There, I'm using chaff. Little fireworks show. So happy about this ship, man. So happy. I cannot wait to see what the Merchantman looks like now. The Merchantman, fuck. That ship's gonna be fucking killer. I mean, just imagine the Reclaimer based off of seeing this. And this isn't even like a fully fleshed out finished ship. This is flyable and, fightable, or however you would want to say it. I mean, this is basically usable, but this is not complete. I mean, imagine the Orion. Imagine the Reclaimer. Shit, imagine the Genesis Starliner. The fucking Idris, dude. Shit. I know there's like, people are, talking about Lumberyard and whatnot and all that shit going on. Still, I mean, would I like to have known beforehand? Sure. Who wouldn't? But you know what? I'm still happy. Things are taking forever. There was one thing that, it was kind of a funny comment. And here, I was testing out the afterburner speed. Whoops. No. Handles like a bus. But, honestly, I saw one comment and someone was saying, well, I don't anticipate this game being finished for another 3 to 4 years. And it just made me laugh because you remember like 3 to 4 years ago when we were saying, I don't anticipate this game being done for 3 to 4 years. And here we are. But still, I mean, look at this thing. Shit. I think at this point I start looking around the cockpit and just kind of like taking in the universe. It's just, I mean, could you imagine this with VR? on top of that? Fuck. There, yep. God damn, dude. Once VR gets into this game and planetary landings and all that, shit. There are going to be clinics for Star Citizen addiction. There's going to be like, at some points, they're going to say like somebody basically just plugged into Star Citizen and died. You know, it's going to be like one of those things where like one of those guys at the internet cafe who was basically playing WoW for 36 hours straight and just dropped dead. Some poor bastard's going to do that with Star Citizen. Look at this. I mean, and this is like not even close to being finished yet. Imagine when it is. Shit. But yeah, Caterpillar, completely satisfied. Love this ship. Can't wait, can't wait to see the Reclaimer now. What's the Reclaimer, 3.3 or 3.2 that we're supposed to be getting the Reclaimer? I'll have to go back and check my notes, but shit. Now we just got to wait for 3.0. Wow. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And hopefully we'll be getting some new ship updates soon, because I can't wait to see where this thing goes next. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.
Quantum travel initiated.